Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech. This week it feels like we're riding a massive technological wave. And it's a weird one, because one part of it is creating these incredible new tools for us, while the other part, well, it's raising some pretty serious questions about our safety and even reality itself. So yeah, let's dive right into this tech tsunami. The big theme this week, really, is this two-sided coin. For every amazing leap forward we see, it feels like a new risk pops up right beside it. This isn't about good tech versus bad tech anymore. It's about a single, incredibly powerful force that can build things up and tear them down, sometimes all at once. And it is absolutely reshaping everything. So to really get a handle on this, here's how we're going to break it down. We'll kick things off with the two faces of AI. Then we'll see how big tech is getting into the very plumbing of our society. After that, we'll look at how our reality is literally being rewritten, what all this means for your data and your safety, and finally, how on earth we navigate this whole thing. All right, let's jump in with AI, because let's be honest, this isn't just about some far-off sci-fi concept. We're talking about tools we are using right now, every single day. And the tension between what they can do and what they should do, well, that's playing out right before our eyes. And this slide just nails that conflict perfectly. So on one hand, you've got Anthropic's AI, Claude, becoming this incredible personal assistant that can learn how you work without you needing to know any code. Super cool. But then on the other hand, you have OpenAI changing its policy for ChatGPT, creating a brand new headache for parents. Because we all know that age gates on a shared family iPad, they're not exactly foolproof. And this quote from a tech journalist who's also a parent, it just hits the nail on the head. She's talking about why she's switching her family over to Claude. And it gets to the heart of this huge debate, right? Should safety just be a filter you slap on at the end? Or should it be baked into the very design from the beginning? It's a fundamental question. And the scary side of AI isn't just about what you see online. Nope, it's having real and really expensive effects out here in the real world. This week, a lot of attention is on something called algorithmic price fixing. Basically, landlords are using the same AI software to tell them what to charge for rent. And the problem, critics say, is that it's basically creating an automated price-fixing scheme that drives up rent for everybody. And this is no small thing. Get this number, $3.8 billion. That's how much this practice is estimated to be costing tenants in just 1 year. It got so bad that New York just became the very first state to ban it, saying, you know what, if a bunch of you landlords are using the same software to set prices, that counts as illegal collusion, period. So as AI is weaving its way into everything, we're seeing another huge shift. Tech giants are expanding. They're moving beyond our phones and laptops and into the absolute core of our society, our healthcare, our energy grid. And the poster child for this is, you guessed it, Amazon. So after buying One Medical, Amazon is now pushing out virtual healthcare for kids. You don't need insurance. You don't even need a Prime account. For $29, you can message a doctor about your kid's pink eye. This is healthcare, but packaged and sold just like anything else you'd buy on their site. But Amazon's ambition doesn't just stop with healthcare. The company is making a gigantic bet to secure the one thing it needs most for its future, a truly insane amount of power. And this chart just lays out their strategy perfectly. Amazon is backing a new kind of nuclear facility that uses these small modular reactors. I mean, look at the difference. It's designed to generate the same massive amounts of power as a traditional plant, 960 megawatts, but on a piece of land that's just a few city blocks instead of a square mile. It is a huge bet on clean, next-gen energy. Okay, so here's where it gets really mind-bending. As tech becomes our doctor and our power company, it's also changing how we actually see the world. That digital interface, it's moving off our screens and, well, right in front of our eyes. This quote from CNET's Scott Stein, it just says it all. He's been testing out the new Meta Ray-Ban glasses with a built-in display, and that's how he describes it, a first-person video game. Imagine having a digital layer you can just pull up over your vision anytime you want. So here's the reality check on that future. The tech itself is wild. A heads-up display no one else can see, gesture controls that feel like you have superpowers. But it's very much a version 1 product. The battery life is a killer, there are barely any apps, and if you wear strong glasses, you're out of luck. It's an amazing peek at what's coming, but yeah, it's not quite ready for everybody yet. And this whole blurring of worlds thing isn't just visual. It's happening with what we hear, too. Our cars are turning into these perfectly tuned, high-end listening rooms on wheels. And this is just a brilliant example of that trend. The whole idea is to make the music in your car sound exactly like it did when the artist was in the studio. So they've loaded up a Mercedes-Maybach with 31 speakers and Dolby Atmos sound. It's so accurate that a music producer could literally finish mixing a song from the back seat. It's all about bringing that perfect sound to the place where most of us actually listen. So, all of this amazing tech, from AI assistants to augmented reality glasses, it all eventually lands in our laps. But with every cool new gadget and service, there are new consequences for our personal info and, honestly, our well-being. Let's start with a number that should make everyone sit up and pay attention. $177 million. That's what AT&T is paying out to settle claims from two enormous data breaches that exposed sensitive info. We're talking social security numbers for about 180 million customers. That's the real, tangible cost when our data gets mishandled. And hey, if you're an AT&T customer, listen up, because this is the important stuff. You'll get a class member ID from the administrator, Kroll, and you need to use that to file your claim. And really pay attention to that deadline, December 18th, 2025. If you can show you lost money because of this, you could get back thousands of dollars. But the risks we face aren't just about money. A new report this week puts a really harsh spotlight on the safety of the most vulnerable people on social media, showing this huge gap between the safety features that get advertised and what teens are actually going through. And these numbers, they are really startling. In a survey of 13 to 15-year-olds, almost half said they'd run into unsafe content or messages in the last month. Half said the algorithm recommended suspicious adult accounts to them. And maybe the wildest stat, 65% said they had never even seen one of Instagram's big take a break pop-ups. It kind of feels like the safety net has some pretty big holes in it. So we've seen AI's good and bad sides. We've seen tech giants become essential utilities, and we've seen reality itself get an upgrade. How do we pull all of these pieces together? How do we make sense of this massive technological tsunami? Okay, so I think the most important thing is to see how all of this is connected. AI isn't just a fun chatbot, it's setting your rent. Amazon isn't just an online store, it's basically becoming a utility company. Our screens are disappearing from our hands and moving to our faces and ears, and with every single one of these shifts, the stakes for our personal data and our safety just keep getting higher. And all of that leaves us with this one big question to chew on. As this tsunami of tech just keeps rolling in, who's ultimately in charge of steering it? Is it the companies creating the wave? Is it the governments trying to build walls? Or at the end of the day, is it up to each one of us to figure out how to swim? The answer to that is going to shape everything. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.